Today we have quite a fascinating integral. It's the integral from 0 to 1 of x squared times the hyperbolic cosine, or the cosh of the inverse tangent of x, divided by the square root of 1 plus x squared. So it looks like it has quite an interesting structure, especially with the hyperbolic trig function of an inverse trig function. But the first thing I'd like to make use of here is symmetry, because notice that we have x squared, which is an even function of x, and the cosh function is an even one as well, and so is the case for 1 plus x squared. So using symmetry, I can write this as 1/2 the integral from negative to positive 1 of x squared times the cosh of the inverse tangent of x divided by the square root of 1 plus x squared dx. Now let's expand the cosh function here, because we know what the cosh of x is. It is e to the x plus e to the negative x divided by 2. So that means the target integral I is a quarter of the integral from negative to positive 1 of x squared times e to the inverse tangent of x divided by the square root of 1 plus x squared dx, plus the integral from negative to positive 1 of x squared times e to the negative inverse tangent of x dx divided by square root 1 plus x squared. Okay, cool. So I'm going to call this integral here I sub 1 and this one here I sub 2. And again, we can make use of some symmetry to relate the two integrals. If I take I sub 2 and I perform the transformation x to negative x, then that gives me I sub 2 equal to the integral from positive to negative 1 now of x squared times e to the inverse tangent function is an odd function, so I'm going to have negative inverse tangent, which is just inverse tangent of x divided by, again, 1 plus x squared in the square root. And the differential element turns into negative dx. And of course, this is just the negative of I sub 1, which means that I sub 2 is equal to I sub 1, and the target integral I is now a quarter times twice the integral from negative to positive 1 of x squared times e to the inverse tangent of x divided by the square root of 1 plus x squared dx, where there's some nice cancellation here, and I write it as 1/2 this really cool integral. Now to solve the new integral, let's make a substitution by letting x equal the tangent of u. And this implies that dx equals secant square u du. So I in the u world is 1/2 the integral from where to where. Well, for x to approach negative 1, we need u to approach negative pi by 4, and for positive 1, we need positive pi by 4. X squared turns into tangent square u, and we have e to the inverse tangent of x. So if x equals tangent u, then that means inverse tangent x is just u. We're dividing the whole thing by 1 plus tangent square u, which we recognize as the squared secant function. And the square root of that would be just the secant of u. The differential element transformed into secant square u du. We have some nice cancellation. And all of this implies that I is now 1/2 the integral from negative to positive pi by 4 of e to the u times the squared tangent of u times secant u du. And now for a very interesting round of integration by parts. Recall that the derivative of the secant function is secant times tangent, meaning we can write this thing as 1/2 the integral from negative to positive pi by 4 of e to the u times tangent u times differential secant u. And on integration by parts, we have 1/2 e to the u times tangent u times secant u, with the limits being negative pi by 4 and positive pi by 4. And we have this negative sign, integral from negative to positive pi by 4. we have this integrated function secant u times the derivative of the other function, which is e to the u times tangent u. So applying the product rule, I have e to the u times tangent u plus e to the u times secant square u, integration with respect to u, of course. And evaluating the limits for the first term gives me 1/2 times, we have e to the pi by 4. The tangent of pi by 4 is 1, and the secant of pi by 4 is root 2. And the tangent function is an odd function. The secant function is an even function. So we're going to be left with two negatives canceling out. That's e to the negative pi by 4 plus e to the positive pi by 4 times the common factor of root 2. Okay, great. And we also have integral negative pi by 4 to positive pi by 4. I'm going to expand this thing now. So I have e to the u times secant u times tangent u du, which I can write as e to the u differential secant u. And finally, we have negative sign integral negative pi by 4 to positive pi by 4 e to the u times secant cube u du. Okay, now what? Let's turn our attention to this integral here that I'm going to call I sub 3. So we have integral negative to positive pi by 4 e to the u times the cube of the secant. We can expand that as secant squared times secant, or equivalently 1 plus tangent square u times secant u. Okay, so now using the linearity of the integration operator and expanding the integrand, I have integral negative to positive pi by 4 of e to the u times secant u du plus the integral from negative to positive pi by 4 of e to the u times the squared tangent of u times the secant of u du. And this thing here is very closely related to the integral we're targeting. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. The target integral I is exactly 1/2 that integral. So that means we have 2 times I here. And for the first integral on the right-hand side, let's use integration by parts, giving us e to the u times secant u, with the limits being negative and positive pi by 4, minus integral from negative to positive pi by 4 of e to the u times differential secant u, okay, plus 2 times I. And now plugging in this result into the equation for the target integral, which I messed up in the first take, so I decided to copy it down instead of recalling everything from memory about this equation. Okay, so I see there's some cancellation taking place already with this thing canceling out this integral. We have the negative sign here for I sub 3. Okay, so that's good. And this thing, once you evaluate the limits, gives us, let me write out everything else first. So we have root 2 times e to the pi by 4 plus e to the negative pi by 4. And we also have this negative sign, and this thing over here should be, e to the pi by 4 minus e to the negative pi by 4 with the factor of root 2 here, with the secant function being an even function and all that. And finally, we have one more thing. We have negative sign with 2 times I. Okay, so that's negative 2i, and I is here on the left as well. So just expanding using the factor of 1/2, that means I have negative I, or in other words, I have 2 times I equal to all of that junk. And again, I have some cancellation taking place here with this thing going off. And that means we have I equal to 1/4 of 2 times root 2 times e to the negative pi by 4. Again, some cancellation, and this implies that the integral from 0 to 1 of x squared times the hyperbolic cosine of the inverse tangent of x divided by the square root of 1 plus x squared dx equals 1/2, or rather half of root 2 times e to the negative pi by 4, which is a pretty cool result indeed. And because of the work we did regarding symmetry, we also conclude that the integral from negative to positive 1 of x squared times e to the inverse tangent of x divided by square root 1 plus x squared dx, and this thing is equal to the integral from negative to positive 1 of x squared times e to the negative inverse tangent of x divided by square root 1 plus x squared dx, and these two also equal root 2 by 2 times e to the negative pi by 4. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.